Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Father David, and I'm from St. Andrew's Episcopal Church. This is your 12-day prayer, your 12 noon day prayer time. It'll only take about 10 minutes. I just want to come on at 12 noon in the middle of the day to give you all some encouragement, and I give you a little practice, and it's kind of like a little spiritual meal at the midday time. We just recently, since the beginning of the new year, cut this time down from like 20 minutes to 10 minutes so that it makes this a little more accessible to more people, either at their lunch hour or just more accessible in general. One of the things we do during this prayer time is actually do a little contemplative practice, a little spiritual exercises. Because the purpose of, well, I find that the purpose of religion is often to try and tell us what to believe. So I've gone to many church websites and they'll say, this is what we believe. And they'll have a list of bullet points about things they believe about God or about Jesus or about the Bible or about the church. And that's okay. Yet I hope there's more. And if I went to either a philosophy school or read some philosophical books, they might try to discern what is reality, what is true, and become very intellectual. And that's okay too. I just want to put true religion in a different category so that it's actually what we experience and what actually transforms us. How do we not just think about the truth intellectually, but how do we become the truth or come to know it for ourselves? And I'm not all that interested in beliefs anymore. Whether you believe the Nicene Creed or the Apostles' Creed or whatever denominational list of tenets are, it's just not that interesting to me. Because I know they're all historically conditioned and they don't actually transform me at a very deep level. So what we're aiming for in authentic spiritual communities is, yes, a little bit of intellectual knowledge, but I also need to have it be so effective as to become realized intellectual knowledge. And yes, we want to have a story to tell so we can talk about things that are more true or less true, or I believe this, I believe that. But really, what's most important is that the actual transformation happens. So the people are different. I'm different. I see things differently, and I hope you can begin to see the world differently through a higher lens, through God's point of view. When we see the world from the divine point of view, when we see through God's eyes, and our perception changes, our vision changes, that is just essential to helping us change ourselves, because we see the world differently, see ourselves differently, and we see the world around us in such a way that we can begin to actually live differently. So that's just a little discussion of the difference between religion on one hand and philosophy on another hand, and actual spiritual work and spiritual practice, which I'm suggesting to you is the road I'm interested in. And sometimes those three things overlap, but oftentimes they do not. Many churches can tell you what to believe and have a little community around what you believe. Many intellectual books can tell you what to think about. None of them really change me at a very good level, very deep level. But spiritual practice, like the one we're doing, which involves a little theory and a lot more practice, does begin to shift my consciousness, shifts how I see, and then shifts how I live. So let's begin that now. This is just your 2-minute video. You can use both the sound of the video and also the visual aspect of the video. There's a little piece of it that asks you to breathe in and to breathe out, and you can say along and speak along with the audio, and watch the image on the screen. That is an artistic rendering that shifts throughout the video. It actually reflects what's actually happening to us on the inside. So let's begin 2 minutes of prayer practice, then you can get back to your rest of your day, hopefully in a better place.
For many of us, this moment feels chaotic and terribly stressful. Join us for a few moments to turn inward and connect to your innermost you. Gently close your eyes and feel the gentleness of breath inside your body as you repeat these words. My deepest me is love. My deepest me is whole. My deepest me is limitless. My deepest me is infinite. My deepest me is compassion. My deepest me is sacred. My deepest me is mystery. My deepest me is forgiveness. My deepest me is beauty. My deepest me is God. My deepest me has knowledge to give. I open my heart and listen.
Welcome back, folks. Thanks for doing that little breathing practice with me. Hopefully it takes you to a deeper place, a better place where you're connected to God, and your mind and your body can feel the effects of the presence of the Holy Spirit, so that you can take God's presence and God's wisdom and insight, actually the very heart of God, with you into the rest of your day. I'll do the same on my end. So thank you for listening on the Tuesday, the 12th of January, for your 12-day noon prayers. And go in peace to love and serve the Lord. Thanks be to God. Bye-bye now.